We're in progress right now. We just saw Gabby from Kennedy go. Don't see her score up here yet. It's Gabby Griffin, a sophomore from Bloomington Kennedy. 8.45, she gets on the score. 8.4, excuse me. On deck is Sarah Norris, freshman. She salutes the judges, approaches the runway. Up. Nice finish for Sarah. As you know, in the vault exercise, the gymnasts go twice. They go 2 different times, and the average of the best of the 2 vaults is the one that the judges take. Sarah's getting ready for her second vault. It's always nice for these gymnasts when they get a good vault on their first try because it takes all the pressure off. She's got an 8.55, very good score. Here she goes on her second round. She hits the launch pad, she's up. Ooh, another good one for Sarah. She may have beat that 8.55 on this vault, we'll see. Being congratulated there by Coach Ron McClure. Ron was a very strong wrestler for the UMD Bulldogs back in his day. Does a great job working with these girls on both the Kennedy and the Jefferson team. Looks like Sarah Norris got an 8.6. She did improve on her score. Now we've got Sarah Hess, another Kennedy gymnast. Handspring full. She looks pretty happy with that one. Sarah's had a strong year so far this year. She's had quite a few routines on the balance beam where she's had what they call a stick routine, which means that they do the entire routine without any falls off the beam. There's a little club that they've got here at the gym that I'll tell you about later, called the Stick Club. Here comes Sarah. Sarah Hess on her next vault. She's got a good score to beat here, but I think Sarah did. She looks pretty focused. Pretty determined. She's got to beat an 8.6. Another handspring full, good landing. A little bit of a step out, but not bad. Once again, on these scores, the judges scored 2 completely different vaults. You take the best of the 2 and the other one doesn't count. So we'll find out in just a minute what junior Sarah Hess got. Ooh, a nice 8.8 from the one judge. And a 8.8 from the other judge. A very good vaulting score for Sarah Hess with an 8.8. And here goes Caitlin Pierce. Handspring 1.5. Caitlin's kind of the backbone of this Kennedy team. She's one of the older gymnasts on the team as a sophomore. Kennedy's got a very young, very talented team. Caitlin has been one of the varsity gymnasts on this team for a number of years, and you can see why. She's got a lot of talent. Looks like Caitlin scored an 8.7 on her first vault. Here's her second try, hits the vault. Another handspring 1.5. Very difficult vault. You're hitting that vault full speed in a handspring position with 1.5 twists, ending up backwards, facing backwards on the 1.5. Very difficult landing to hold. She did a nice job. Had a little bit of a step out, but not too bad. The judges look like they're giving her about the same score. Yes, it is, with an 8.7 for Caitlin. And here goes Emily Porter. Emily does another vault similar to Caitlin Pierce, a handspring 1.5. Emily's one of the more personable kids on the team, more spirited kid. She's always in a good mood, always joking around, laughing, keeping the other kids loose. She's also a sophomore. I think she's been on the varsity for about 5 years. She's a very talented kid. Looks like she got an 8-6 from both of the judges. Good score, a lot of high 8s in here. That's a good score for Kennedy. Here comes Emily Porter on her second vault. Hits the launching pad. I think she scored a little higher on this second vault. I think we might be seeing an 8-7, 8-8 on this second vault. Looked like a little cleaner. Jefferson takes their position as the next group up on the vault. As we take a little break in the action here while we're on their 2-minute warm-up, we'll talk a little bit about the meet that the girls were in a couple of weeks ago out at Prior Lake. Both Jefferson and Kennedy competed in an invitational where they had about 7 or 8 schools competing in the meet, and they had a lot of very, very strong finishes. They had many, many people that placed in the top 10, and again, remember there's probably 60, 70 girls competing in these meets. Caitlin Pierce did well. Emily Porter finished in the top 10 in 3 different events. Jordan Bowman, one of the Jefferson youngsters, who's up-and-coming star, finished in the top 10 in 2 different events. Lexi Brown, one of the spirited kids on the Jefferson team, finished in the top 10 in all 4 events, as did Cassie Caber. And their captain, Justine Jarnes, also finished in the top 5 actually in all places, and actually captured quite a few first place. So the team won the meet, scored a score of 140.65, which is an excellent team score, and captured first place out of that group of about, I think it was 7 or 8 teams from around the metro area. The 2-minute warm-up is just about done. Gymnasts are stretched out. They get a couple of little practice runs before they start their competition. They've been here warming up for quite some time already, but it's always a good idea to let them each take a couple of practice runs at the event that they're going to be doing. Looks like first on deck here for the Jefferson Jaguars, we've got Jessica Broadway. Believe it or not, she's an 8th grader. An 8th grader on the varsity team. That's an awesome athlete we're looking at here. Jessica takes the runway. She's ready to roll. Hits the vault hard. A little bit of a sideways landing on the, take a few points off on that one, but I think she's ready to go here with this second vault. Her teammates are anxiously looking on Cassie Caber, Justine Jarnes, Lexi Brown. This is a big meet for them. They're currently ranked 12th in the state, and that ranking is based on an average of their top 3 scores. They'd like to move up. Here's Jessica Broadway with her second vault. She's running hard, hits the vault. Nice vault. Her first vault, she got an 8.0. I think she beat it on this one. A little cleaner landing. Legs were a little bit straighter. One of the Jefferson Jaguars is not with us tonight. She's 9th grader Erica Jarnes. She's home with the flu. She's one of the team's better vaulters. Looks like they've got some other young athletes in here, like Jessica Broadway, who we just saw filling in and picking up some of the slack. Ooh, it was a better vault. Jessica got a 8.15 on that vault. Nice start for the Jaguars, and here comes Jordan Bowman. Wow, handspring 1.5, good clean landing. Jordan is one of the 2 Bowman sisters, affectionately known as Shock and Awe. Jordan's Lauren's a 9th grader. Her younger sister Taylor is an 8th grader. Doing a remarkable job making the varsity team at that young age. Here comes Jordan. Wow, she got an 8.65 on that first vault. Let's see if she can beat it. I think she can. It's the springboard. A little bit late on the springboard. Didn't get quite the height she needed. I think her first vault of 8.65 is going to hold. Next up is Cassie Kaber, back from an injury from last year. Cassie is rehabilitated. She had a fractured or broken kneecap last year, had to have surgery, got herself back in shape, worked hard to get back into this lineup, and she's really one of the strong gymnasts for the Jaguars. Here she goes, hits the vault, nice handspring full, good clean landing, kept her legs straight, toes pointed. All those little innuendos that the judges are looking for when these gymnasts hit that vault at full speed. A lot of gals here from the old Olympic gym that was coached by the old University of Minnesota coaches, Gabber and Katitza-Deli. Tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. Well, Cassie got an 8.9. She looks determined to beat it. She'd like to get into that 9 range. Here she goes. She may have done it. That was another good vault for Cassie Kaber. Watch out for that kid. Next up is Lexi Brown. As I mentioned earlier, Lexi was one of the stars in the Prior Lake meet, finishing in the top 10 in every single event. Known by her teammates as one of the mischief makers on the team, always up to something. Here comes Lexi, got her head down, hits the running board hard. Ooh, a nice handspring full, nice clean, tight body position. Incidentally, Cassie Kaber did score better on her second vault. She got a 8.975, so just under 9. Very good score for Cassie Kaber. Let's see what Lexi Brown got on her first vault. In case you're not familiar with the scoring in high school gymnastics, each team competes 5 athletes, and they take the best score of the 4. Here comes Lexi Brown. Ooh, another good handspring full. Lexi got a 9.015 on her first vault. Let's see if she beat it on this second vault. She may have done it. I mentioned earlier the Olympic gymnasts. There's 3 Nelson sisters on the Eastview team. And Lexi Brown and Justine Jarnes and Cassie Kaber all competed out at the Olympic Gymnastics Academy with Gabber and Katitza-Deli. Here comes Justine Jarnes. She's the captain of the gymnastics team here at Jefferson. State champion on the beam last year. She hits the board hard. Wow, she nailed that handspring full. Not handspring full. Caitlin, what's that vault called? Caitlin, what's that vault called? Front handspring front. I had the wrong terminology on it. Justine really hit that one, had a good landing. Came down feet first. If you came down on your rear end first, it's an automatic fail. Wow, a 9.425 for Justine Jarnes. Good start. Let's see if she does it again. Here's her second vault. She's up. Ooh, good height. Ooh, another good one. Little step out on that landing. I think her first one of 9.425 is going to hold up for Justine Jarnes. You can see why she's one of the senior captains on the team. She's actually a junior. Good leader for the team. Her and Lexi, a couple of the mischief makers on the team. Teammates call them Dumb and Dumber, affectionately, but it's because they are always pulling practical jokes on people. The Jaguar Gymnastics, by the way, our gymnastics team is also coached by, well, it's by the same people that have been coaching this for many, many years. They're kind of legendary in the gymnastics coaching circles in the state of Minnesota. Paul and Leslie Wright. I'll tell you a little bit more about them in a minute. But the other coaches on the team, all four of these coaches coach both teams. They coach both the Jefferson Jaguars and the Kennedy Eagles, and they are really fortunate to have Andy Douglas, who coaches the training team, does a lot of the spotting, and helps out with all the different routines that the girls are putting in place, along with Ron McClure, who I mentioned earlier was a star wrestler for the University of Minnesota Bulldogs in Duluth. Getting back to Paul and Leslie Wright, Paul, as you know, may know anyway, was a Jefferson graduate back in 1983, and he was I think he was an All-American or All-Conference gymnast back in 1983 when he led the Jefferson Jaguars in the men's gymnastics. And his wife, Leslie, is in her 8th season, I believe, in coaching. Paul, I think, is in his 13th year, 12th or 13th year, but Leslie's in her 8th year, and she was quite a gymnast herself. She was an All-American gymnast at Hamlin in college she graduated in 1996, and was also All-Conference and All-American in high school, where she competed for the Rosemount team. So we've got some real talent in the coaching staff here. They also get a lot of help from their booster club president and treasurer, Gail and Angie Weeks, mother-daughter combination. Angie is the president and Gail is the treasurer, and they spend a lot of time and very dedicated to the gymnastics team here for both Kennedy and Jefferson. So we like to extend our gratitude to those two for all their hard work. Next up on the competition schedule, we've got the Jefferson JV on even bars. The Jefferson varsity will be taking a little bit of a break here. And they're doing, again, their 2-minute warm-up. Each girl gets about 10-15 seconds on the apparatus so they can loosen up and work some of those final kinks out of their routine before the competition starts. Looks like the competitors that we're going to see on this JV team are Jordan Bowman, who we just saw in the vault, Allison Lentz, Morgan Pavelka, and it looks like, let's see, the other person looks like it might be Rachel Houle. I believe it's Rachel Houle. First up is Morgan Pavelka. Morgan is one of the up-and-coming gymnasts here for the Jaguars. She is a freshman. Very well-liked kid, always in a good mood. Hard worker at practice. Daughter of Jim and Mary Pavelka. Morgan's also a wonderful softball player. Plays for the fast pitch teams here in Bloomington. Morgan's up on the uneven bars. Does a nice hip over. Into her jump. Another hip over off the high bar. Getting ready for her dismount. She'll do a swing with a twisting dismount. Brings up our next gymnast, Allison Lentz. Also notice there's a lot of Jefferson Jaguar alumni here tonight. Gymnasts. Last year's captain, Kristen Jarnis, is in the crowd. And a captain from several years ago, Marie Clear, who was all state, went to state on the balance beam. Or on floor, I believe it was. Still has her name in some of the record books over here. She graduated in 2001. I was talking to her a little bit before the meet. Marie's a senior now at the University of Minnesota, majoring in journalism. And Julie Johnston is also here in the crowd. Julie was also one of the captains last year with Kristen Jarnes, and Julie is enjoying her athletic career and scholastic career over in college. I believe she is also at the University of Minnesota. I'll have to clarify that, but Julie was a tremendous captain, one of the hardest workers that the Jaguar team has ever seen, one of the strongest gymnasts. And here comes Allison Lentz on the uneven bars. Ooh, a nice hip over, had her toes nice and pointed. Made a good hip over off the high bar. Getting ready for her dismount. There's her swing through dismount. She's off. Good routine for Allison Lentz. Next up on the uneven bars is Rachel Houle. Rachel's having a wonderful year this year with the Jaguars. She's an 8th grader. Rachel takes her position in the unevens and she's off. Nice hip over. Full tuck dismount. Good score for Rachel Houle. Next up on the uneven bars is the eldest, I should say, of the Bowman sisters, Jordan Bowman. She pleased the crowd immensely tonight with her rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. She's got a gorgeous voice, sings the Star Spangled Banner at just about every home meet, so we'd like to thank her for that. Here comes Jordan. She's off. Good height. She's one of the more powerful gymnasts on the uneven bars. She comes. Ooh, a nice powerful hip over. Lost a little bit of her extra move there. She's going to get back on. They've got 30 seconds to get back on and finish a move or get back on if they should happen to fall. Here she comes with her dismount. Eastview is going to give Jefferson a run for their money tonight. One of the Eastview girls just went on vault and scored a 9-3, so she's right behind Justine Jarnes, who scored a 9.425. Looks like we've got another score coming in pretty high here for the Eastview Lightning. Sarah, somebody from the Eastview Lightning just threw a nice Sukahara and got a 9.2. Let's see if she scores higher on the second vault. Another Suk. I don't think it was clean enough to score higher than her 9.2, but we'll see what the judges give her. Looks like the last Eastview vaulter got a 9.1, so her 9.2 will hold up as the second highest score behind Jefferson's captain, Justine Jarnes. During this interview break, as the girls are taking their next stations, maybe we can have a little interview with one of the gymnasts here. Maybe we can get the junior captain and her sidekick, Lexi Brown, to join us here. Right, this one is on. Stand this way and look at the camera here.
Oh, God. Wait, I look gross. I don't know how to look at it. How do I turn this on? Oh, you look fine. Well, you have to face at the camera. Like that? Don't drop it. Put it around your head. You know I'm going to break it. Then you just hold down the silver button.
Okay. Hi, I'm live here with the captain of the Jefferson Jaguar Gymnastics team, Justine Jarnes. Justine, you just threw a wonderful vault. I was watching the Eastview Lightning go, and your score of 9.425 held up as the #1 vault. What was that vault called?
Hand front.
A handful. Is that the one that your friend Casey Clausen did last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you stuck that one nice. Can you tell us a little bit about the meet in Prior Lake? You had quite a few girls on both Kennedy and Jefferson that did pretty well in that meet. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you remember what place the Jefferson team took in that meet?
First.
With a score of 140.65.
Yeah.
And you did a nice job in that meet. I think you had a couple of first place finishes, and you guys are looking forward to maybe moving up from your 12th place ranking in the state. Is that correct?
Yep.
Do you have any words about any of the younger kids on the team? Who would you say are the rising stars coming up on the Kennedy or the Jefferson team?
Well, Caitlin Pierce is
gonna step it up within the next 2 years. So she's a sophomore, and she'll step it up her junior and senior year for Kennedy. And Emily Porter is gonna step it up too for Kennedy and for Jefferson. Lexi Brown will step it up, and Erica Jarnas, and a lot of the other girls. A lot of them are looking really good. So.
Oh, good. Your coaches say you're a wonderful captain. I wish you a lot of luck. We're going to see her Michael Jackson routine on the floor in just a little while, so we wish you the best of luck in both the meet and in your future state competition.
Thanks.
Thanks, Justine. On the vault right now, we've got Mandy Larson, who's a 7th grader for Jefferson. She got an 8.1 on her first vault, handspring full on the second. Let's see what she scores on this one. That could be higher than her first vault. That was a pretty clean vault. We've got Molly Matheson, who's a freshman for the Jaguars. Yeah, it looks like Mandy Larson got an 8.4 on that last vault. She did a good job. Beat her first score by 0.3 of a point. Every 10th of a point counts. I've seen a lot of these meets come down to 1 or 2 tenths will decide the winning team. Molly Matheson with an 8.5 on that first vault. Here she comes, got a lot of speed as she hits that springboard. Up, a little bit of a step out. It's hard to stick those landings when you're running full blast, hitting that vault with that much height, coming down and sticking those toes right into the mat so that you don't step out. It's a tough thing to do, but that's what the judges are looking for. Pointed toes, straight legs, and a good stuck landing. Another 8.5 for Molly Matheson. Here comes Morgan Pavelka. Handspring full for Morgan. A lot of the girls are throwing the handspring fulls. It's a difficult vault, yet it can score in the upper 8s. And got a relatively high difficulty level. Morgan Pavelka getting ready for her second vault. She salutes the judges, takes her position on the runway. She's off. Ooh, a lot of power, a lot of height in that vault. She's got to beat an 8.55, which she got on her first vault. She may have done that. We've got a break in the action. I'm going to talk to one of the senior people. She's not actually a senior in status, but she's one of the senior gymnasts at the Kennedy level, Emily Porter. Emily, you had a wonderful meet out at Prior Lake. Do you know how many teams were in that meet out at Prior Lake?
I think 8.
8 teams, and 8 teams times 5 competitors on each team. That's about 40 girls. And this young lady came in the top 10 in 3 of those 4 events. did some nice jobs. Your teammate, Caitlin Pierce, who's in the background over here, also had a wonderful meet. It's Caitlin Pierce. And your score tonight on vault was what?
I think my second ball was an 8-7.
So you did better on your second vault.
Yeah.
That's pretty typical of you, I think, isn't it? You
Yeah.
do that first vault as a warm-up, that second one you come in there and clean house.
Yep.
Good job. What's your next event?
Bars.
Bars. Which out of 4 events, which one is your favorite?
Floor.
The
Most
floor
definitely.
exercise is your
Yeah.
favorite. Would you say that that's your strongest of the 4?
Yeah, probably.
Good. Well, it's been a pleasure watching you. And I was mentioning earlier, you've been on the varsity team at Kennedy since you were in what, 7th grade, 8th grade?
Yeah.
So
7th
do you
grade.
still get the jitters when you're out here?
Yeah,
or-
I get really nervous.
Do you really? You don't look nervous, but you've got a lot of experience and you're a good leader for that Kennedy team. So thanks and good luck at state this year.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Emily Porter.
Hey, can we do it together? And be like, you could ask how Kennedy and Jefferson work together.
Because the last meeting I went to, they were hitting square center. Yep. Sort of move the ball back a little bit, and try to stretch a little bit more with faster runs. But let's face it, you're not going to get off.
Wait, I don't know.
That's right. We have more intense practices soon. Not letting stuff slide anymore. Big fan of big face.
Team. I've got Cassie Caber here on my far right and Caitlin Pierce in the middle. And both of these gals, you're both sophomores, correct?
Correct.
Correct. And Caitlin is coming off of the meet in Prior Lake where I believe, Caitlin, you finished, I'm just going to check my notes here, you finished in 8th place or 9th place on the beam, had one of your best beam scores ever. And you went to state last year.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Were you nervous at state?
Yeah,
You were. Are you going to go to state again this year?
I hope.
What event were you in state last year?
I did all around.
All around. So she's out there for all 4 events and did a wonderful job, represented Kennedy very well. Cassie Caver came off an injury this year, had a fractured or broken kneecap.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a long story, but
And Cassie has got, she finished in the top 10 in all 4 events out at that Prior Lake meet. And what's your high total score so far this year?
it was at the Prior Lake meet, but I'm not sure what I got.
I don't have that written down in my note. Oh, yes, I do. 35.125 is an excellent score.
Thank you.
And we're going to be seeing a lot from Cassie and from Caitlin this year. We're hoping that both of them make it to state again. And we wish you the best in this meet tonight. So thanks for joining us here on
Thanks.
BEC-TV.
Thank you.
Thanks. So scared.
Why? Ow! Don't grab my knee. Like, don't grab me.
These things are
What's first? Go first.
I'd also like to say a few thank yous to the 2 managers of the Jefferson Jaguar / Kennedy Eagles gymnastics team, Jenny Guth and Michelle Peterson. Jenny Guth is a very, very excellent athlete, diver, gymnast, very strong athlete. She's a sophomore and has really helped the team out a lot this year with her superb managing duties, as has Michelle Peterson. Michelle is a very colorful person, to say the least. She's very funny, keeps the girls lighthearted and keeps them loose during these intense meets. Michelle, again, is an 8th grader, and she's also a diver made the varsity Jefferson team in diving this year, did a wonderful job for the Jaguars, and was an ex-gymnast. She's out this year, a little bit of a back injury, so we'll hope she gets back in that lineup sometime soon. Girls are doing their warm-ups on the uneven bars. It's actually going to be Kennedy varsity on the uneven bars. Again, that lineup is Gabby Griffin, Sarah Norris, Emily Porter, Caitlin Pierce, and Sarah Hess. And of those 5 varsity competitors, you take the 4 best scores, and those 4 count for their team event score. Paul Wright just entered the gym. As I mentioned, he's one of the head coaches for the Jefferson Jaguar team. He's a psychology teacher here at Jefferson. Wonderful guy, a good leader. Saying hello to his captain of 2001, Marie Clear. Marie is a wonderful gal. She's over there talking with the rest of the teammates. And now we're watching Gabby Griffin on the uneven bars. Gabby's new to the team this year. Came from club gymnastics. Has done a great job. Fun girl. She's always laughing, always smiling. Nice dismount. She likes her score. She's pretty happy. Big congratulations from Coach Ron McClure and Leslie Wright.
Yeah, Joss.
As Sarah Hess gets into position. I mentioned a little earlier, there's a club that the Jefferson Jaguars have here called the Stick Club, and what that means is when you're on the balance beam and you go the whole routine without falling off the beam, they call it a stick, and we'll show you a little later when somebody makes a stick club how excited they get because they get to write their name on that wall. It's truly a wall of fame for the girls in the gymnastics gym here. Sarah Hess, another returning varsity letterman from last year. Very strong competitor for the Jaguars, works hard. Nice routine going so far on the uneven bars. Looks like her teammate Gabby Griffith got a 7.2 score. A lot of these teams are, 7, 8, 10 gymnasts on one team, and they compete their strongest 5 in each event. Kennedy competes the same 5 athletes on all 4 events, so the Kennedy team never gets a chance to relax. Those athletes have to be on for every single event that they're in. And after watching them for several years, I can tell you they're up for the challenge. Here we see Emily Porter. She's got kind of a unique mount. A nice job there. She does a release to the lower bar. Nice hip over. Back up to the high bar. Getting ready for her hip over dismount. Here comes the dismount. Nice job for Emily Porter. Good leader for that Kennedy Eagle team. Next up on the unevens is Sarah Norris. She also came over from club gymnastics 2 years ago. It's been a great addition to the Kennedy Eagle team. Both of their parents are Lincoln Bear graduates from the 1975 era, 1976 era. Her mother, Barb, was a gymnast, very, very good gymnast for the Lincoln Bear team, along with Justine Jarnis's mother, Jackie Jarnis. They were on the same team and were quite a competitive duo. Sarah stretches out, gets a few last-minute words of encouragement from Coach Ron McClure, salutes the judges, and she's off. Fighting a little bit of an ankle injury. You can see she's taped up on that right ankle. Nice hip over. Ooh, nice release. She stuck that landing. There was no step out at all on that landing. The judges are going to like that one. Next up for the Kennedy Eagles is Caitlin Pierce. Strong leader, very well liked gymnast. Sets a good example day in and day out for her teammates. Her hard work ethic and her attention to details. She's always got her toes pointed and her knees straight. And it looks like her teammate got Sarah Norris got a 7.8. Nice score for Sarah. Look at the nice form with Caitlin Pierce. Toes are together and straight. Here comes her giant. Very difficult move. Watch this double dismount. Nails it. Caitlin Pierce, ladies and gentlemen. Nice routine. Her coach, Leslie Wright, loves that performance. Look at the teammate swarmer. She's happy with that one. That's in the 9 somewhere. That was a good score for Caitlin Pierce. Look at that. Lexi Brown from the Jefferson Jaguars gives Caitlin a big hug. Jefferson Jaguars getting ready for their crack at the uneven bars. Looks like they'll be competing from top to bottom this time with looks like Allison, no, maybe not Allison Letts. It looks like it's going to be Molly Matheson and Cassie Kaber, Lexi Brown, Justine Jarnis, and looks like Megan Waterhouse. Good for her. Megan Waterhouse is a freshman, stepping in to help out when the Jaguars have a couple of people down. I think Erica Jarnis is normally on the uneven bars, and she, like I mentioned earlier, she's ill today. It's nice that the Jaguar team is so deep with gals like Molly and Mandy so that they can step in there, Megan, so that they can step in there and take over when somebody's down, somebody's hurt or sick. Yeah, and it looks like Caitlin Pierce, I see one judge is throwing a 9. Looks like Caitlin Pierce got a 9.0 on that last vault. A great score, or excuse me, last bar routine. Excellent score on the bars for Caitlin Pierce. You can see why she was a state meet contender last year. Doing her 2-minute warm-up right now is team captain Justine Jarnis, followed by Lexi Brown. See some nice release moves in these next couple routines coming up. Lexi Brown, kind of a clown out here. She's funny. The kids just love her on the team. I don't know if you saw her warm up on the uneven bars, but she got them all laughing. She's the daughter of Rick and Lori Brown. Brother played on the Jefferson hockey team several years ago. And it looks like we've got Molly Mathewson getting ready to go here. Again, Molly's a freshman for Jefferson. Nope, a little slip off the lower bar there. She gets back up. That'll cost her about a half a point. There's another half point. She's going to re-chalk. She's got 30 seconds to get back up on the bar. She's going to try to finish that routine she missed there. There's that hip over we were looking for. Another one, getting ready for her dismount. Here it comes with a single release. Nice landing. No step out on that dismount, so she saved herself a couple of points. See what the judges give her. They're going to hit her a little bit on those two falls where she came off the bar. That'll cost her 1 full point. Cassie Kaber and Justine Jarnes tightening up their grips, getting ready for their shot at the uneven bars, as is Lexi Brown. Looks like we've got another sellout crowd here at the Jefferson Auditorium. A lot of people here tonight. Ooh, nice catch move there. Whoop. Got a little sideways on that lower bar move. Bit of a fall there. That was Megan Waterhouse. Looks like it'll be up to the 3 upperclassmen here to pick the scores up a little bit. We're starting with sophomore Lexi Brown, followed by sophomore Cassie Kaber, and then junior Justine Jarnes. I think we're in for some good routines coming from these 3. They like this bar routine. They look pretty loose. They're over there laughing and goofing around. That's good. It shows that they're not too tight. It looks like Captain Justine Jarnes is keeping everybody pretty loose over there. Lexi Brown takes position. Gets a bit of last-minute instruction from her coaches. Looks like that last score is about a 6.0. Excuse me, 6.25. It's the average of those two. And here goes Lexi Brown. Lexi's got some real energy in her bar routine. It takes a lot of strength right there, keeping those legs up so that they don't touch the mat. Here she comes, getting ready for her giant. She's up. Here comes that giant. Oop, dismount. Good routine for Lexi Brown. That should be something in the mid-8s, maybe high 8s. Difficult routine for Lexi. The difficulty level on that routine is quite high. The routines, as you know, probably you may know this, they start at a 10.0, and if certain moves are excluded or just aren't included in the routine, the starting score comes down from that. So if a routine starts at 10 or 9 or 8, the judges will deduct for falls off of the bars or knees that are bent or toes that aren't pointed or something, and they'll take that away from the starting score. So obviously the higher the difficulty level you have, better chance you have for a great score at the end of the routine. Lexi Brown's score is not quite available yet. It looks like Cassie Caber is getting ready to take the bars. Looks pretty loose, tightens up her grips one more time. Pulls that big crop of hair out of the way. Cassie's got quite a hairdo there. Looks like Lexi got an 8.35. And here comes Cassie Caber. Nice release move, got her legs up, did not touch the mat, so that saved her about 0.3 of a point. Here comes her giant. Just over the bar, got her legs nice and straight, her toes pointed. Watch this release move. She's got a twisting release move. There it is. A little bit of a step out on landing. It cost her maybe 0.2 of a point, but that was a nice routine for Cassie Caber. Next up, getting those grips all chalked up and ready to go, is Justine Jarnes. Justine's routine includes a couple of full giants and follows up with a release move that's a double flip off the end of the routine. It's the same one that we saw from Caitlin Pierce of Kennedy a while ago. They get swinging on that bar and they do a double roll, double somersault, dismount into a stand that will hopefully find their feet sticking into the mat without a step out. 8.725 for Cassie Caber. Let's see if Justine Jarnes can crack one into the 9 somewhere. There she goes. Nice strong hip over, jumps up into the high bar, grabs it. She's up, here comes her giants. Good routine. Her feet are pointed. Here she comes into her double spinning dismount. Little bit of a step out. Good routine for Justine Jarnes. That'll maybe be a 1 or 2/10 deduction for that step backwards, but overall it was a great routine for Justine. We're saying hi right now again to Caitlin Pierce, Sarah Hess, and Emily Porter, and Gabby Griffith, the backbone of the Kennedy Eagle gymnastics team, the future of the team right there. Next up, it looks like we've got the Kennedy Eagles on with their varsity team on the balance beam. Again, they get a 2-minute warm-up. You'll see them practicing their spin moves and their flips and their dismounts in this 2-minute warm-up time. I'm here with Lexi Brown, one of the sophomore leaders on the Jefferson Jaguar team. And Lexi, you had quite a meet out at Prior Lake as well. You scored, I believe, in the top 10 in all 4 of the events. What's your favorite event out of the 4 events?
I would have to say floor is my favorite event because I like to show and hop and tumble.
And everybody seems to like the floor as their favorite event. Nobody ever says balance beam. Is that one that makes people kind of nervous?
Yeah, because you get up there on 4-inch beam and you're just so scared and it just makes you real nervous.
And what do they call the club if you make it all the way through a beam routine and don't fall?
You get a market on the stick club, and if you get so many stuck beam routines, you get a prize or not to do a beam routine.
And how many kids in an average night will make it on the stick club? 1 or 2?
Yeah, probably 2 or 3.
Great.
Yep.
Well, what's your favorite event tonight going to be?
Floor.
You predicting a 9 point what?
I would have to say 9-1-5.
I hear 9-6.
Okay, I meant 9-6.
All right. Well, we'll see a little bit later. Floor will be coming up as their last routine, and we'll wish Lexi a 9.6 on the floor. Good job with the Jaguars, and thanks for joining us here on BEC-TV.
Thank you. This is filling up.
Just about done with the 2-minute warm-up here as the Kennedy Eagles get prepared to show us what they can do on the balance beam. See another Jefferson alumni here, Lori Falk, who is a very solid gymnast for the Jefferson Jaguars. It's not alumni night, but it could be. There's a lot of talent here, that Jefferson Jaguar team. Got Sarah Norris starting for the Kennedy Eagles on balance beam. Sarah again is a freshman. Looks very poised, very relaxed. It's tough duty for a freshman. There's a lot of people in this gym watching. They got nerves of steel to be on a 4-inch beam in front of 100+ people. Stay up there. Good save there for Sarah. Ooh, good back walkover. Ooh, nice dismount for Sarah Norris. Sign your name on the wall, Sarah, because you just made the stick club. See, she hustles over to the wall to put her name up on the stick club. Sarah, let me ask you a quick question. Nice routine on that. I'm here real quickly with Sarah Norris, who just made the stick club for the Kennedy Eagles. That was a nice routine, Sarah.
Thank you.
What do you think you got on it?
Hopefully 7.
The tough difficulty level. You did a nice job. And what's your favorite of the floor routines? Is it floor?
Yeah, floor bars.
Good. Well, we've got a treat coming to watch her on the floor a little bit later. So good job for the Kennedy Eagles. That's Sarah Norris. Next up, we've got Gabby Griffin. One of the judges on Sarah Norris's beam routine is showing a 7.6. I don't see the other one being flagged yet. 7.3, so you take the average of those two, and it's 7.45 for Sarah Norris. Good score. Now we've got Gabby Griffin. Oh, a little bit of a fall. That'll cost her a half a point off of her starting score. Again, Gabby's a sophomore for the Kennedy Eagles. Came over from club gymnastics. Pressure mounts. Every little wobble costs at least 1/10 of a point. Ooh, nice handspring. Stay up there. Ooh, almost saved it. Nice back walk over into a full dismount. Stuck the thing pretty well. We'll see what the judges give her. as we wait for Sarah Hess.
7:45.
Sarah's had a lot of success this year. Sarah Hess on the balance beam. I've been to quite a few meets and I've seen her stick quite a few routines this year. Her name is no stranger to that stick club wall. Judges are taking a little bit extra time here on Gabby's score. Again, it's an average of the two scores, and if the judges' scores are too far apart, they have to readjust them to bring them within a certain tolerance range. But 6.75 was the score for Gabby Griffin. Here's Sarah Hess. Nice move. Here comes a back walk over. Whoop. Almost had it. Just turned a little bit sideways at the bottom of that routine. That little extra twist cost her the straightness that she needed to stay on that 4-inch beam. Split leap into a helicopter. Ooh, a nice spin move there. A little bit sideways again on that back walk over. Here's her handstand. Wow, try doing that on a 4-inch plank. That's good balance there, good balance and strength. Getting ready for her dismount. There's her handspring, full flip. Good routine for Sarah Hess. Brings up Caitlin Pierce. She dips her toes and hands into the chalk. Gets ready for her routine. Caitlin Pierce on deck here, getting a little bit of last-minute advice from two of her coaches, Ron McClure and Andy Douglas, as she gets ready for her beam routine. Caitlin's got a style all her own on the beam. She's very, very straight on the beam. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Keeps her legs straight, her toes pointed. Look at that flexibility, my word. Call 911. Stands nice and tall in her routine. Stretches out, keeps very pointed, which is what the judges are looking for. Nice double walk over there. Good 360. Into a fish hump. A split leap. Uh-oh, stay up there. Good save, good save. This is a good routine for Caitlin Pierce. Getting ready for her dismount. Ooh, that's a tough move. Whoop, a little bit of a slip there. Nice dismount for Caitlin Pierce. One fall is all that's going to keep that score from being in the 9s somewhere. That was a very nice routine for Caitlin. As I mentioned earlier in the routine, that stick club is a tough thing for people to get. Who made that earlier? I believe it was Sarah Norris made the stick club. We haven't seen anybody else make it yet. Typically in a night, out of the 5 competitors, you'll see maybe 1, maybe 2 people make the club and do the routine completely without any falls off the beam. Brings up Emily Porter. She looks pretty loose. Emily can be a very fierce competitor. She's got a lot of drive, a lot of focus. Good, solid gymnast. She's also got an awful lot of varsity gymnastics experience. Gets a lot of encouragement from her fellow Eagle teammates and the Jaguar teammates. Salutes the judges, and she's off. Caitlin Pierce, by the way, got an 8.25 on that last beam routine. Nice spin move for Emily Porter. Very light on the beam. She's very, very delicate, very graceful performance. Here comes her tough, wow, nice high leap, toes pointed, lands right in the middle of the beam. Here comes her tough routine. She's going to do a back handspring. Whoop, excuse me, a back flip. Oh, almost held it. That is a super difficult move to try to pull off. Doing a back flip onto a 4-inch piece of beam that's 4 feet above the ground. Gets ready, measures her dismount. Here it comes, now into a jump and a flip, twisting back dismount. Bittersweet for Emily Porter. She had a good routine, but she does not like that fall she had. Cost her half a point. Probably kept her out of the 9 level. Next up, we've got the Jefferson Jaguars on the beam. You can see, I'm going to see some real arm strength here. Cassie Caber's handstand, push up into a handstand. Going to see a couple of back flips by Justine Jarnes. And Rachel, what class are you? Are you a freshman?
No, I'm an 8th grade.
You're an 8th grader. My goodness. That much success already in gymnastics. That's wonderful. Jessica, what year are you?
I'm 8th grader too.
You're both 8th graders.
Yes.
You're looking at the future of the Jefferson Jaguar gymnastics team right here. These two are solid competitors. I've seen them on these routines with nerves of steel. Rachel, what's your favorite event?
Probably vault.
Probably vault. And Jessica, how about you?
Vault too.
Really, that's unusual for gymnasts. Everybody seems to like the floor, wouldn't you agree? Most people would say they
Yeah.
like the floor.
Yeah.
So what events do you have left tonight?
Just beam.
Just beam?
I have beam and floor.
And are you getting some good leadership from some of your upperclassmen?
Yeah.
Yep.
They're good.
Well, I'm going to be around here. I've got a 9th grade daughter on the Jefferson team, so I'll be around here, and I can't wait to see you guys blossom into the true competitors that I know you are.
Thank
so
you.
Good luck
Thank you.
with the rest of the meet.
Yep.
And go get them.
Thank you.
All right. We're getting ready to start the Jefferson varsity beam routines. Starting here with Taylor Bowman, the 9th grade Bowman sister. Taylor's got quite a beam routine. She's a hard worker, came over from club gymnastics this year. I'm sure there's a little bit of an unwritten competition that she has with her older sister Jordan. Ooh, nice forward leap there. Shows a lot of composure for a 9th grade competitor. Whoops, stay up there, Taylor, that away. Nice walkover. Taylor Bowman with a nice routine. And a good dismount. There's going to be a TB initial on the stick club today for her. Good job for Taylor. Going to grab a minute here with Taylor Bowman. Taylor, that was an awesome beam routine. Congratulations on making the stick club.
Thank you.
What's your next event?
Floor, I think.
And what's your favorite event out of the 4?
Floor.
Really, floor.
Yeah.
Boy, you got such a nice beam routine. I've seen you stick that thing a couple times. Are you on your way over to signing up on the board?
Yep.
Good. Well, congratulations again. Good luck on the floor.
Thanks.
Now we've got her older sister, Jordan Bowman. Let's see if we can get both Bowman sisters in the stick club tonight. Nice score from one judge gave Taylor an 8.3 and an 8.2, so she's got an average 8.25. Nice score for start off performance here on the beam, as sister Jordan Bowman takes the beam, keeps her toes pointed. Reaches high and tall. Ooh, a nice back handspring into a back walkover. Beautiful. Hardly a wobble. I don't think she got any point deductions at all there. That was gorgeous. Nice split leap, or forward leap, I should say. Good tuck. Back into a round off. A little bit of a wobble there. Just getting ready for her dismount. Backhand walkover into a back flip. Nice job, Jordan. One little fall. Otherwise, it was a flawless routine. Brings up Cassie Caber. chalking up her feet and hands, getting ready for her beam routine. Cassie's going to show us some incredible upper body strength as she starts her beam routine. She'll pop herself up into a handstand. Hold that handstand on that 4-inch plank of wood for several seconds. Requires a great degree, high level of balance and strength for that move. Again, a great comeback for Cassie. She suffered a bad kneecap injury last year and rehabbed that thing back into fine shape. Shows absolutely no fear in her routines. A lot of times an injury like that will take a gymnast out of that competitive edge, but not that way for Cassie Caber. She's here to fight. 7.6 on one judge and a 7.9, so 7.75. Look at that strength. My goodness. That is some incredible upper body strength. Good balance, good concentration. Stay up there. Back up to resume her routine. Comes her walkover. A little bit of a wobble there, but it's better than a fall. A wobble will cost you 1 to 2 tenths. A fall is 5 tenths. Ooh, nice move there. That split jump 360 is a tough one. Another spin move. Getting ready for her dismount. I think we're going to see a back handspring, and a dismount. Wow, back handspring into a full twisting dismount. What a combination that is. Nice routine for Cassie Caber. Very high difficulty routine. As I mentioned earlier, the routines start at different difficulty levels and then points are taken away depending on the number of bobbles or little faults that they make. A fall from the beam costs them a half a point. I think Cassie's still going to have a very, very nice score even though she lost a half a point on that fall. That routine starts high enough that still is going to be a nice ending result. Here's Lexi Brown. She's getting all chalked up, getting ready to go. One of the judges on Cassie's routine is showing an 8.3. We'll see what the other judge comes up with here. Here comes Lexi Brown. Got an 8.35 on that last beam routine. Cassie Caber, here's Lexi Brown, very poised. Lexi, who's a pretty lighthearted kid, is very serious when she's on the beam. It's all business to her. Ooh, nice spin move there. Little smile to her teammates because she liked that little move and the way she pulled it off. Stay up there, Lexi. Wraps her toes around the side of that beam and hangs on. Walkover, very nice. No point deductions there. That was perfect. Getting ready for her dismount. Nice job for Lexi Brown. There's going to be an LB on the stick chart for her. Good job for sophomore Lexi Brown, who, by the way, just got her driver's license. So keep your cars in the garage. Brings up her best friend, fellow teammate, Justine Jarnes. One of the three Jarnes sisters. Last year, her sister Kristen was the captain of the gymnastics team, and they had small, medium, and large. Small being Erica, medium being Justine, and the largest or oldest one being Kristen. Kristen's now a freshman at St. Thomas University. As Justine Jarnes chalks up, gets ready to do her beam routine. Last year, Justine went to the state meet, competed in several different events, had a 9.8, an almost perfect beam routine at the state competition, and won the state championship first place honors with her beam routine. Wow, the fans like it. Lexi Brown scores a 9.075. Wonderful. Anytime you get in that 9 range on any of your routines here, that is a wonderful score. So Lexi Brown, 9.075. She did it without a fall. She got her team pumped up, and we're going to see if Justine Jarnes can follow in the no-fall footstep. Seems like there's a little extra chalk or something on the beam. A lot of these girls like a lot of chalk on the beam to keep it nice and dry. Other ones think it's too slippery, so Coach Paul Wright has got his fancy spray bottle out, and he's cleaning up that beam for his gymnast Justine Jarnes. Paul Wright, again, in his 13th year of coaching with the Jaguar Gymnastics, also had great success as a girls soccer coach. One of the most well-liked teachers in the school. Just a heck of a nice guy. Bit of an extra delay here. They really trying to get that beam in good shape for Justine Jarnes. Looks like Justine's ready to go. She salutes the judges, hits the springboard, and she's up. Now Justine's beam routine starts at a 10.0 difficulty level. She's got some tough moves in here, so if she pulls this off without a fall, she'll get a high score. That right there is a very difficult move. It's a blind move to arch your back, jump up, and come down with your feet on the beam without looking at it. Ooh, there's a back handspring, back flip. She stuck that. Nice move for Justine Jarnes. A little bit of a wobble there. There's her 360 move. A lot of poise, a lot of confidence in that routine. She's done it hundreds and hundreds of times. Oh, nice back flip, holds onto that bar. She's got a good routine going. Here comes her dismount, full twisting dismount, sticks the landing. You can see why she was a state champion in beam last year. She's got a lot of perfection in that routine. She's also going to be signing the JJ on the stick club chart as we move on into the fourth and final level of competition, the ever amusing floor routine, floor exercise. Coaches Paul and Leslie Wright really make this a fun deal for the girls. At the end of each meet, they not every meet, but most of the meets, they play a game called three-step, which is similar to dodgeball. And the girls just have a blast. They leave the gym just tired, and just it's a good team bonding experience because they really have a lot of fun. It's not all work around here at the gym. It's team bonding, cross-training. Looks like Justine Jarnes got a 9.45. Nice score for Justine Jarnes. We're going to talk for just a minute with Jordan Bowman. Jordan's the eldest of the Bowman sisters. Jordan, that was quite a nice beam routine you had there.
Thanks.
Almost as good as your singing of the national anthem. How many years you been singing?
I don't have any training or anything. I just kind of sing.
You're kidding. Well, the judges were scoring you on that, and I saw a couple of 9.9 on the national anthem, so you did a nice job. What's your next event?
Floor.
Floor routine. What's the music that you use?
It's from Moulin Rouge, just called Roxanne.
And do most of the gals use music that they like or music that they think their routine is going to flow the best to, or is it some combination of the two?
It's a combination.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good. Well, you and your sister are a delight to have on this team, and I wish you the best of luck on your next floor routine.
Thanks.
Good job.
Bye.
To thank some of the spectators here. I see Coach Keeney was the gals softball coach for many of these girls. She's over in the press booth with a lot of the judges and scorekeepers. Also Rick and Lori Brown, the parents. I see Sarah Norris's parents here, Cassie Brown's mother, and there's Justine and Erica Jarnes's grandma and Auntie Di, Grandma Judy and Auntie Di. It's a full gym. I see the Nelson parents for the three Nelson girls on the Eastview team. There's a trio of athletes there with that Nelson group. And we're getting ready now for the JV floor exercise. As we've got Morgan Pavelka. Here comes Morgan with their first pass. A lot of back handsprings. Stepped out a little bit there. That might cost her half a point or so. Morgan Pavelka getting ready for her third and final pass. Some very difficult moves in this routine. She hit that one pretty good. Getting ready to finish it up. Nice routine from Morgan Pavelka. Comes Mandy for the Jefferson Jags. You know, she's been working hard on her routine this year. One of the younger kids on the Jefferson team, hard worker. She's been really working to perfect the moves on this floor routine, so we'll see what surprises she's got for us tonight. Getting a lot of encouragement from her teammates. They like Mandy. Nice kid. Good job. Nice choreography in this move. Mandy's probably got a dance background. Ooh, nice, tight back handsprings. Stuck that landing. She got some extra points on that one. Comes Mandy's final pass. Ooh, a nice high back handspring or back flip. Getting ready to finish up her moves. Nice. Very solid performance for Mandy there. Brings up Molly Matheson. This is the Jefferson Junior varsity, by the way, that's on the floor right now. Molly Matheson. Oh, 3 back handsprings and a back flip. Takes a lot of strength to pull those moves off. Nice hand. Nice no-handed handspring. Comes Molly's second pass. Oh, nice height on that back flip. Another good backflip for Molly. Some nice moves. Good choice of music for Molly. This is a energetic routine that gets the judges going on her side. Nice job for Molly Matheson. Next up is Jessica Broadway. We had an interview with her earlier, and this is one of her favorite events. She likes the vault and the floor exercise, so we'll see what kind of performance we can get from Jessica Broadway tonight. It looks like Molly Matheson's score was a 7.0. Good score for Molly. See what score we got coming again for Jessica Broadway. Music to the Nutcracker. Series there, ending with a back flip. Comes her third and ever important pass. Another good connection to that back flip. Salutes the judge and completes her performance. Good job for Jessica. some popular music here. You can see that the gymnasts have a great variety of music, stuff that fits their personality. Big smile on her faces. The judges like happy gymnasts. Comes Gabby on her next pass. Wow, nice height on that backflip. Does her music to Mambo number 5. High energy music for a high energy kid. Here she comes with a mini pass, good split leap, into a back handstand. And her last final pass, let's see if she can pull this one off. Back handspring into a high back flip. Nice job. Boy, that takes a lot of strength and energy to do a triple back handspring into a back flip. Ooh, listen to the crowd, they like this one. Good routine for Gabby Griffith. Gives a big salute to the camera. High five by teammate Sarah Hess. Sarah's teammates are all fired up, waiting for her to go. The judges have to confer. Apparently their scores are a little bit too far off. One of them saw something that the other one didn't see, and they said they've got to have their scores within a certain range, otherwise they need to confer and figure out who's right and who's wrong. Judges have been pretty consistent tonight. There haven't been too many conferences. So for the most part, they're both seeing the same things and posting pretty much the same scores, which is good. It makes the meets go a little faster. Looks like she's got a 8.0. Nice score for Gabby. This again brings up Sarah Hess, junior for the Kennedy Eagles. Very solid gymnast, good in all 4 routines. It's again a very spirited piece of music for her floor routine. Some of the gymnasts choose more of a ballet style. Nice pass for Sarah. Getting a lot of encouragement from her teammates. It's a team sport. Again, straight legs, height, pointed toes. That's what the judges are looking for. Flexibility is the key in gymnastics. Here comes a tough pass. She comes with a back handspring combination into a full. Beautiful combination. Sarah's got a nice routine. Finish it off strong now, Sarah. There you go. Good. Nice back flip to end it. Couple of final moves and she'll go into her final pose. Here it comes. Nice, very nice routine for Sarah Hess. Brings up Caitlin Pierce. This is Caitlin's favorite exercise, the floor X. You'll see why in a minute. Uses her height and her dancing ability very well on their floor routine. Keeps her legs straight, toes pointed all the time. Good choice of music. It's fun and lively, so we'll see what kind of performance she can pull for us tonight. She loves the pressure, knowing that the team needs her and that she's on television. After Caitlin, her teammate Emily Porter will finish up for the Kennedy Eagles, and then we'll go right into the Jefferson varsity to conclude the meet. And we'll see how the teams do against this very tough Eastview Lightning team. Caitlin Pierce salutes the judges. Looks like we've got a score of about 8-3 in that last performance. Wow, nice high full for Caitlin Pierce. Wow, nice aerial. Seems to defy the law of physics, doing a cartwheel with no hands. Here's her second pass. Wow, good extension, good height. Very graceful performer. That would hurt. A little bit of a stumble there. Here she comes on her final pass. Back handspring. Got herself on that front flip. Wow, good job for Caitlin Pierce. Brings up her teammate and good friend, Emily Porter. Caitlin Pierce getting a lot of hugs from her teammates over there. She knows she had a strong routine. You hear the calls, go Porter. Kennedy likes their Emily Porter. Jordan salutes the judges. We're ready for gymnast number 2. A bit different style of music for Jordan. A little slower. First pass. Nice height on her full. Good strength and balance on that handstand. Pass number 2. No-handed front flip. She gets ready for the third and final pass. Another nice full, great landing. No step out on that landing. She's got a good solid score going here. Great performance for Jordan Bowman. A lot of the little technical things Jefferson has really gotten mastery of. They seem to be really watching their step outs on some of these flips and fulls, keeping those little 10th and 0.2 tenths of a deduction off. Brings up sophomore Cassie Caber. Cassie's another gymnast that just loves the floor routine. Jefferson's got solid performers all the way through on the floor. They're really going to show their muscle here with Cassie Caber, Lexi Brown, and Justine Jarnes finishing this these routines off. Looks like Jordan Bowman's got a 8.6 on her floor routine. Nice job for Jordan as we get underway with Cassie Caber. Cassie, very graceful, very powerful gymnast. A lot of height on her leaps. A lot of height in that last back handspring or back flip. Coming up soon will be her final pass. It. Big height now. Good job on the back flip. Finishes off her routine with a nice pose. Salutes the judges. Nice job, Cassie. Brings up Lexi Brown. Interesting music selection for Lexi Brown. She uses a little medley off the Leonard Skinner album. Fits her personality well. It's a high energy routine. A lot of energy in the music. Cassie is one of the people on the team that's always smiling. She's always laughing, always smiling, and coaches sometimes try to bring her back into the meet. They think that she maybe having too much fun and not focusing, but her scores suggest otherwise. She's always right in there with the top competitors on her scores, so she knows how to flip it on and flip it off. Wipes all the chalk off her feet. Waits for the judges' score on Cassie Caber. Looks like we've got a 9.0 for Cassie Caber. Nice job, Cassie. Let's see if we can finish off with a couple more 9s here for the Jefferson Jaguars. Lexi's definitely got the potential. Here comes her Leonard Skinner music. I know a little from Leonard Skinner. Big smile as she gets ready for her first pass. Hits it hard. Watch the height on this one. Nice full into a popping flip. I think she's having fun out there. Look at that smile. Nice high split leap. The judges like her energy. Here she comes with pass number 2. Nice. Wow, she stuck that landing. A little bit of dancing as she rests up just a tad bit for that third and final pass. She could have a big one if she hits this last pass well. I think she's up for the challenge. Here we go, folks. Wow, nice full. Little bit of a stutter. She saved it. Wow, that was a good routine. I think we got a 9-something here for Lexi Brown. A lot of high-fiving going on over the sidelines. brings up our final competitor for the night, Justine Jarnes. Justine went to state last year in several events, had a good score on the floor. She does a move that I think is unique to gymnasts in the state. She does a triple full. You're going to see it on her first pass. She'll be coming right at the camera here with a triple full. See a lot of singles and occasionally some doubles, but you don't see any triples. Wow, 9.4 for Lexi Brown. Great job. That could be her career high. Good job, Lexi Brown. As we listen to Justine Jarnes as she starts with her Michael Jackson routine, which she incidentally did the choreography herself. Nice high split leaps. See the Michael Jackson moves coming up here. Here we come. Here's that triple full we're talking about. There it is. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Now, couldn't quite hold it. You got to land that one perfect if you're going to hold it. Second pass for Justine Jarnes. Nice job on that one. Some music to the Michael Jackson Thriller album. Good strength and grace. Here's her third and final pass. She needs to hit this one hard. Wow, nice double full. That's the last minute Michael Jackson moves. One fall is going to cost her half a point. We'll see if she is able to salvage a 9 out of that. Her floor routine starts at a 10.0, so even with a half a point deduction, it's possible, not likely, but it's possible to end up somewhere in the 9 range. Judges tally up their scores. I'd like to again thank the people here, Jacob to my right on camera, BEC-TV, and Brian up in the booth. Did a nice job covering this meet. Bringing Jefferson and Kennedy Gymnastics from the gym into your living room. Looks like Justine got a 9.2, very good score. As the Jefferson and Kennedy gymnasts come over to say hi to their rivals, Eastview, whom a lot of them know from being in gymnastics for several years. Seeing some of the gymnasts here, you can see they're pretty spirited kids. As the two teams line up and congratulate each other for a meet well competed. Again, a lot of these girls have had the pleasure of competing with each other and against each other for many years at club gymnastics, and you can see they're saying their final farewells.